Peace, love, and light, beautiful people. Welcome back to this channel of high vibration, positive vibes, peace, love, and understanding. Yeah, check in, check in, check in. Mic check, mic check. Right, right, right. Lately, I have been getting asked frequently the very complicated question of how do I start my spiritual journey? Um, why I say it's complicated because I can barely recall how I started my spiritual journey. Honestly, I grew up religious, Anglican specifically, and I can honestly say even back then, as a child, as a teen, as a preteen, and then a teen, I had questions that no one could seem to really answer for me or provide a level of, I wouldn't even say satisfactory answers that just made sense on the whole. There was none. There was limited. There was just, you know, and you get to the point where you have to stop asking questions and start doing your own internal and external research. What I mean when I say internal research is knowing or feeling that something doesn't align, especially with you, and accepting that fact and going beyond that. A lot of us take what's taught to us in this 3D world, and even though it doesn't sit right in our spirit, we just go along with it. We accept it. We're like, I know it doesn't make sense, but that I feel is part one of starting a spiritual journey. When you can actually and honestly and forthrightly look at what you're presented and saying, it doesn't align with me. I'm not gonna keep following the path that does not align with me. So basically, I guess that's step one. Some people call it waking out of the matrix. I don't want to put a a terminology behind it, but um, yeah, that's basically what it is. Part two is following some synchronistic things that happen, even though at the time I didn't realize they were synchronicity. Um, Things would pop up on my YouTube page, and I would be like, what? Like, swipe, stop, and actually watch those videos, those spiritual or tarot videos or conscious videos that just pop out of nowhere on your For You. They call it, yeah, your For You thing, algorithm, whatever. Stop and actually listen to those, because they don't pop up for without cause, without reason. That is the universe, higher self, spirit guides sending you some type of knowledge that you need to process. And I will honestly say it did not happen overnight for me. I can remember the onset of my spiritual journey actively. My active spiritual journey started around, I think, 2015. Yeah, I had experienced a loss. And in that loss, I started to actually actively search out higher or other knowledge and other understanding. Like I said, now remember, I was in the church for years. I did not know the Bible in and out, no, but I knew a good fair share. I was even a Sunday school teacher. I taught, I was taught, and like I said, even then, everything didn't sit right with me. And before I even actively began my spiritual journey, I drifted from the church. I just spent less and less time in the church. I resigned. I didn't even want to actively go to church. Now, I still believed in a higher source, a higher purpose, a higher being. But the Christianic religion of it wasn't my field, if that makes sense. there was too much going on, honestly, for me to actively say, well, you know what? I honestly can see myself following this, subscribing to this 100% of the way. No, it was a no for me. It was actually a friend who sent me a tarot link. So, what I'm going to do for you, for those of you who are starting a spiritual journey, I'm going to have a few tarot card readers listed. These are people that, yes, and I also do tarot readings, but these are individuals that from time to time, I listen to their readings. And if I'm listening to their readings, then, it's some good shit. I don't know what to say. It's some good shit. And yeah, I'll just put their names or their what's it not it's screenshot their stuff. And I just follow my intuition when they say pick a card. Pick a card. And that also opened a wider gap for me in my spiritual journey, because there are times when I heard the same songs that I love, like a tarot reader would mention a song that I love, or a nickname that I heard or that I knew of, and they would just mention in their readings, and then I knew that this was towards me, this was for me. It was like, wow, what the, what are the chances out of all the readings and the readers that I picked this one who knew exactly the song I was listening to this morning, or one of my top 10 songs, or songs that I seriously resonate with. And you know who you are, you understand? And like this morning, I was listening to, Boys to Men, and Water Runs Dry is like a big thing for me. I don't know why I mentioned it, but I mentioned that for someone. Yeah, it works like that. So yeah, I got into tarot readings. Now be careful not to over obsess with your tarot readings, because I understand. Because trust me, I did in the beginning go in a little too deep, and I was like every day, all the time. And I was like, oh no, girl, you gotta slow down. You gotta slow down. And the other thing I did was started to read. There was a particular book, Journey of Souls. I'm gonna put it up there. That was a big eye opener for me, because it basically reconfirmed what I already felt, that the souls never die, and we incarnate and come back, and we keep the same flow of incarnation and rebirth and incarnation and rebirth. But other than that, there are a couple of other books that I can't remember at the forefront of my head right now. Okay, and if you're thinking about changing your hair color, this is a message for you. About that, there are times when I would just intuitively say random stuff that has nothing to do with the video, and that is a sign from the universe, because I don't know why I say it. I just felt the urge to say it, and trust me, it resonated with someone watching this video. It happens to me all the time when I do come across certain videos that is meant for me, or were meant for me to witness and come upon and experience. Speaking of experience, yeah. Oh, I'm drifting. I gotta stay focused. I know some of us watching right now have problems staying focused. We drift, we babble, because there's so much going on that we have to like intentionally focus on one topic at a time. That's the thing for me. Experiencing things. I've had a chat with someone on a TikTok recently, and they sent me a video, and I was like, yes, it is true. We are human beings. We have to experience things. Experiencing is how we learn. And if you are here trying to figure out how to start your spiritual journey, you have to experience some things. You have to go and dive into what you, one, probably fear, two, what you've heard bad things about or negative things about, three, what you've heard others already experience. No, when you experience it for yourself, because we are relearning what we already know. We already know these knowledges. A lot of us, unless you are a very young soul, first time probably incarnating on this earth. But if not, you have already known these things, and you have to re-experience them in order to grasp. Because I told the same person, I've had a conversation with my mother, and she was like, her friend is going through something, and she tried to warn a friend about, you know, what to do and what not to do, and the friend ended up getting, burned. And I'm like, well, we're human beings, we're having a human experience, and we learn best to experience. It's just like, no, some things you don't need to experience. And I'm like, actually, yes. I can remember as a child being told a lot of things not to do, but I still went out and did it because I had to have that experience. It's hard for you to grow and know what is and isn't for you if you're just going off of someone else's hearsay or someone else's experience, someone else's words. So someone's saying, like the example in the video, Africa is a scary place. It's bad. I went through this, I went through that, and it's not for me. You will take that and be like, you know what? I've heard someone say it, so I'm not gonna go. I never experienced Africa. Meanwhile, if you were to go, if you actually went, it would have been a whole different experience for you. So, experience is our greatest teacher. It is our greatest blessing for us who incarnate back into this, or reincarnate into this earthly realm. It's like jog down memory lane, honestly. That's exactly what it jolts the memory particles in our astral and subconscious brain. And then it's like, oh yeah, now I remember why. And it isn't because we were warned not to do certain things, because like I said, every single one of us were learned or taught or were warned not to do almost everything. We were warned not to fall in love with the wrong people. We learned not to drink and drive. We were taught not to, you know, be mean to our friends. We were taught not to take something, but we all individually did those things. These lizards are just having a time of their life running around. It's like three? Anyway, yeah, there's some very gray lizards. Back to the topic of the video, which is starting your spiritual journey. Aside from the tarot reading, the books, the what else I would say, meditating. I know meditating is not easy for a lot of people, but understand that meditating is not just sitting still and going music, dance, going outside and touching nature is also forms of meditating. Taking off your feet, earthing on the ground. I'm constantly barefooted. Oh, yes. And those are forms of meditation. Sometimes just sitting within yourself and quieting your mind, de-stressing from the day, and just like, that's meditating. Anything that quiets or hushes the mind, you don't have to completely turn the mind off, stills the body and reduces the noise inside the mind. It's a form of meditating. Some people use music. I used to use music for a long time. I didn't realize I was meditating on music. There are certain songs and frequencies that just lulled me and just made me feel so chill and relaxed and calm. That's meditative as well. If you want, you can look up certain frequencies and sonic vibrations on YouTube. They have a lot of those that are just free that you can just listen to in the background. That also helps to unlock, internal memories. Frequency. I'm finding the words. The words are not coming to me. I'm trying to find them, but yeah. So sound, you said. Um, just enjoying being in nature. Yeah, that's a form of meditating. People love the beach. People love the forest. People love just sitting outside. People love parks. That is also anything, like I said, that, repeating myself, being redundant. Sarah, I don't know, Ann, Sarah Ann, Jessica, Katrina, Adam, Joel, Destiny, Hannah, Elizabeth. Anyway, Um, those names might resonate with some of you. It may be your name. It might be the name of someone you're close to, someone who passed on, someone you knew. I'm also getting Adrian Avant. Um, Isaac. And then there's Timothy. Anyway, Amidst. Tapping into your divine knowing and your divine intuitiveness also. You would find that there are times when you feel like you just know things and you didn't realize or know how you know these things. Write them down. Write those shit down because they will come back. If you have a divine feeling or knowledge, this lizard is just staring right at me. What do you want? What message do you want to send me? Who else? Simon? Okay, Simon. I'm busy right now. Emmanuel, I'm busy. So, listen, y'all, please don't think I'm crazy, but this is how it works. A lot of you who are watching this video also experience this, I can tell. You will be having a train of thought and your mind kind of flatlines and you absorb the moment, and then there are flashes of information that comes across your mind. You don't understand it and you just say it, you blurt it out. So if you are coming from a very strict background or religious upbringing and there are certain things that you want to delve into but you're scared, do it. Do it, okay? Now, I'm not saying go read up the book of Satan and, intentionally look for lower vibrational things, because you can tell when something is low vibrational. You can tell when something is of the 3D realm and lower. High vibrational, low vibrational. Makes you feel light and positive and joyous. Makes you feel sad and dark and doomy. So you know what? Stay away from the low vibrational stuff, okay? Stay away from the low vibrational things. But I will say experience. Please do not go off what you were told all the time. That's other people's experience. That's other people's knowledge. That's my herbal smokers. I see y'all. That's other people's perspective. You have to first gain your own perspective. There's a reason why they say, you're still there, this lizard is still there staring at me. There's a reason why people say at a certain point, children have to leave the home and experience life for themselves. They can't just go off of what their parents said, their parents have taught. You have to go there and put on your big boy panties, your big girl panties, or your big boy jockeys, briefs, whatever you want to call it, and do the damn thing. Do the damn thing. Wednesday might be someone's favorite day of the week. I know Thursday is mine. Someone could be watching this on a Sunday. Specifically. You're watching this on a Sunday. Yeah, this message is extra for you. Someone may like Friday. I'm seeing red. Red and orange. Remember that movie? Anyone has ever watched that movie? Everything All at Once or something like that? It's a dope ass movie. Oh, and certain movies are great for unlocking the consciousness. I don't remember them right now, but I know one of them is that same movie, Everything All at Once. Lord, I made a TikTok about this like a year and a half ago and I can't remember. There are movies, there are books, there are teachings. Abraham Hicks. Vicks. Someone probably has a cold right now. You need to put some Vicks on your chest and underneath your nose. And just take a teaspoon and just swallow a little bit. Vicks vapor rub. Yeah, right here. And then right underneath here, okay? Especially when you sleep. Someone has that cold on the chest or this cough that just won't go away. Vicks. So Abraham Hicks is another YouTube channel that Um, what's his name? Bashar. I am horrible at recollecting. Bashar. I will have it. I'll have it out. So hopefully this video was helpful and not just a weird rant or tangent into any and everything. Someone isn't afraid of wasps and bees and stuff like that. Wasp and bees. No? You want to be around me? Okay. I know. Okay. I mean, peace, love, and light. And I hope to see and feel you again on my next videos. All right. Namaste, people. Yeah. Just really feeling the vibe. So, I don't know why I'm still rolling. There's a late message here for someone. Annabelle, Cynthia, Daxon or Dixon, Elliot. I think Elliot is such a cute name. I don't know why. I really sent Hannah, right? So Hannah, double message for you, Hannah. Double message. See you later. This is actually the end of this video now. The actual ending. Okay? Okay.